Hey, what's up, y'all? It's D. About to react to this situation. Apparently, Poetik Flakko and Oshay Duke Jackson are beefing. And somebody sent me this and was like, oh, your boy beefing with Oshay. This ain't my boy. Listen, just because I react to people does not mean that I take a liking to them or I'm in support of them or any of that. It just means that y'all have asked me to react to something and they're reporting on something of interest. So I'm gonna react to it. That's what that means. People get this confused all the time. I don't get it. I don't know this man, okay? I don't know either of these men. And I don't keep up with what they're doing, and I don't take a liking to them. I don't watch them in my spare time, none of that. So, calling him my boy is crazy work. But no, I'm on nobody's side. I don't know what the hell these niggas is on at all, but we gonna see and see why they're beefing. Let's see what's going on. Let's watch.
Poetik Flakko and Oshay Duke Jackson got into a back and forth over black boycotts.
I watch a video where this person is essentially like going along with all the harmful rhetoric that this other guy has about people who's from where I'm from.
Okay, now I know who he's talking about.
I think it's so interesting when people like commentary channels and reactors get into beef with other commentary channels or even commentary channels. It's just like our job is to report on the drama, report on the nonsense, but you want so bad to be a part of the action and you just want to have beef with somebody. Like I don't understand it at all, because I don't want to beef with nobody. Somebody can make slick comments about me, as they do sometimes, and talk shit, and people will tell me, oh, this person said this. I'm not responding. I don't care. I don't care enough. I'm here to do my job, get my check, and going about my business. I don't give a fuck about y'all. So I could never put that much energy into something with another, creator anymore at this point in my life. Let's be clear. Like I said before, though, in the past, unless if it's like a really big celebrity and I feel like I can get some good views from this, and celebrity could be like an actual artist or somebody, big streamer or whatever. If it's something like that and I know I can get make a good video of it, then cool. But if it was somebody like, no shade at all, because both of them, I'm sure they're doing really well, but if it's either of them, no. Like, I don't. You got it. You won. All right. Anyway, next video to react to. Like, you feel me? I'm not wasting my time. That's just me, though. That's just me personally. But whatever.
And he's definitely talking about me.
We're Poetik
that's the
Flakko
Oshay, man.
Black Americans
I have reacted to him a few times actually as well.
boycotting immigrant businesses as bigotry.
Now, real bigotry is an African braiding shop doing something that, that was wrong and appalling. Boycott all African businesses. The white man do something. We ain't never seen boycott all white businesses, but boycott all African businesses because one African business did something.
And even when I do address it, it's going to be in a very like casual, jokey joke, chill type of way. Like, oh, I'm just making a video. Because I'm really never taking any of this seriously. It's never going to be me serious and mad. How dare you say this? Like, it's never giving that. But yeah.
It took shots at Oshay because of it.
You're supporting this dude who's saying that those people don't have a right to have a business, to operate their business, and they need to be boycotted and shut down because somebody from the same country as them did something wrong. It's bad and it's foul and it's not cool.
With Oshay responding about his own receipts about the situation and his relationship with Flakko.
This whole idea of that Oshay doesn't work with you if he knows that you're African, it's asinine. I've done a lot to help the Pan-African space or help Africans in general, including him.
But I'm Jew. Welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into it.
I get a message from one of my YouTube partners, and it says,
yeah, people are messy. This is what they do. They will DM you a video and be like, oh, at this point, such and such said this about you. Ooh, did you see what this person said? Ooh, eyes emoji. You saw they said this, And look, what did he say exactly? Listen.
I think Flakko alluded to you around the midpoint of this video. I mean, like, I don't have no problem with him or anything like that. He's a nice guy. I think he's an elite commentator in what he's doing. So we would not really have any problems. And to be honest, this video that he did was actually very, very good. It was
the amount of content that both of these dudes be putting out is insanity. They put out like 4 to 5 videos a day.
It's called Godfrey losing all of his fans after.
You gotta chase the bag, Jew. Okay, you gotta chase the bag.
Training Black Americans in new.
And I know they getting bread. If I'm getting paid, I know they getting bread.
I thought it was a fair video.
A real bigotry is saying that an entire group of people shouldn't be able to make a living and feed their families and start a business, and they want those businesses shut down because they belong to an immigrant group. That's real bigotry. It's creating a racial slur for an entire group of people and then spamming that racial slur.
The point that he's trying to make here is that there's a difference between criticism and bigotry. And
why
people
y'all saying
who are
these
using
words
the term
like this?
tether,
Bigotry.
some of the people in the hashtag FBA community on X use that term, but he accuses somebody of just wanting businesses shut down simply because they belong to an immigrant group. So I was like, that can't be me, right?
He's talking about black people boycotting African businesses. Maybe this was back when the braiding thing was going on. A black American female was locked inside of an African hair braiding shop after they raised the price limit, so the black American wanted to avoid African shops. So it started from there. Black women felt disrespected at the black braiding salons, like the warehouses. There's one in Bowie, big braiding warehouse.
I'm here at the viral 24-hour braiding shop in
Oh my God! Oh my God!
I'm here at the viral
24-hour braiding shop? Nah, this is crazy. Oh my God. And I thought I saw, excessive braiding when I was in Ghana, but this is next level. When I say excessive braiding, it just means that, they just are go, go, go. They work like nonstop, and it'd be like 5 people on your head, and the braiding shops be like really packed. But this is insanity. And they're open 24 hours. Let these women go home. Who is running this? This feels very unethical.
4-hour braiding shop.
Oh my God. Who is behind this?
In Bowie, Maryland. This is one of the fastest growing salons, not just in the city, not just in the state, but pretty much in the country.
Where they were talking about boycotting those businesses because...
So you can go in there just at any time and you got people in there waiting to braid your hair, just Africans waiting to...
the disrespect or the lack of appreciation for black people in those businesses. It came back up when he was talking about this David Yellowwood clip where he was kind of shitting on black people, black Americans.
My answer to that, to the Drewski thing, is to start a streaming platform with an African American.
I guess this really hit them hard, just like the Christian skit or the mega church skit hit the black church community, the mega church community. The redneck skit at the NASCAR joint made the white folks mad.
They looking too deep into it. The Drewski thing was jokes. It was a skit about how British actors on camera, they would act like the biggest LA gang member, then off camera, they like straight, pip cheerio, and feeling like it's hilarious, yo. Here's the thing, bro. We gotta find a way as immigrants to distinguish between jokes and bigotry. Straight up, bro.
Yeah.
The Drewski thing is a joke. It was a skit. You gotta distinguish between the jokes and the bigotry. Now, real bigotry is an African braiding shop doing something that, that was wrong and appalling. And then Tariq Nasheed and other content creators start this whole boycott all African businesses. The white men do something we ain't never seen, boycott all white businesses, but boycott all African businesses because one African business did something.
I don't think that's bigotry for a people to boycott somewhere that they feel disrespected. Would anybody be wrong for boycotting anywhere that they feel like they're not valued?
I don't know. I just feel like, boycott that specific store and those specific people. You can't generalize everybody, though. And sure, if it's multiple that you keep witnessing, then keep boycotting them. If it's like 1, 2, 3 different places where you feel disrespected, then boycott them all. But I don't think it's fair to be like, every last one of y'all Africans should get boycotted because I got mistreated at this one African shop. Like, I don't agree with that.
I respect it, or worse, just straight up disrespected by the people that they're giving money to, especially when you talk about the black dollar leaving the black community and not recycling through where every other community, their dollars stay in their community and circulate. How can the black dollar circulate in a community that doesn't own most of the businesses in it?
3% of businesses in black communities are black owned. And the reason why we have $2 trillion of spending power, but only 2% that's spent in our community is because we have nowhere to spend it.
Black people are the only people that basically give away our money to people that don't spend money with us. So I don't think it's bigotry for black people or anybody for that matter, any group of people to boycott or stop spending money somewhere where they feel like it's not appreciated or the love that they give is not reciprocated by that person or company investing back in the community. I just don't think that's bigotry at all. If anything, I think that's protecting yourself, protecting your community.
Yeah, even if you are going to generalize, I still wouldn't call that bigotry, but I I don't think it's necessary, but once again, it's your money, do what you want. But yeah, I wouldn't necessarily call that bigotry. I would say that you're generalizing a whole group. And I mean, that is what racists do. They generalize, but that's completely different. That's coming from a place of hate and just because of the color of their skin. But no, they are specifically saying we're not going to support these particular businesses by these specific people, this group, because y'all have a track record of disrespecting us. So that's very different. So I agree. I don't think that's bigotry at all. It's not the same thing.
And trying to invest back where the money belongs. I don't think that's bigotry. Going back to the 50s and 60s, black people were not given loans and not given funding to start businesses in our own communities. But they would loan immigrants money, specifically, at least back then, it was the Asian community to start businesses in black communities. But they also wouldn't give them funding to start businesses in white communities. White people said, you can't have businesses here. You can have businesses in black communities.
Asian Americans were being given loans to open businesses in black communities, even though black people were not able to receive loans to open businesses in their own communities.
But we would not have that funding. I just don't think it's bigotry if a community feels disrespected, not appreciated, investment isn't coming back in their community to boycott or to spend money within their own community or where they feel valued.
That's different though. If you are specifically going to say, no, I'm going to just start only supporting my own people's business and I'm just strictly going to buy from black businesses, that is something entirely different. And it's like, yeah, I support that. Nothing wrong with that at all. But if you're going to be like, hey, I'm not going to support Asian businesses, but I'm about to go over here with these white people. It's just like, well, it's like, hello, you really want to talk about the history of us being disrespected? Like, that's where I'm just like, that's not making a lot of sense, But if you're saying, no, I'm not supporting none of y'all businesses, I'm just going to only shop black, then that's totally different. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. Keeping, the dollar in your own community. That's totally different.
This isn't even a hate on Flakko. He's talking from his own experience. He's an immigrant. Maybe he has just a different take on it because of his upbringing, his environment, where he's from, where he's really sensitive about this subject, and he sees it as bigotry.
But real bigotry is saying that an entire group of people shouldn't be able to make a living and feed their families and start a business, and they want those businesses shut down. And then, there was somebody, and this is like an OG on YouTube, bruh. Now, again, I'll never diss this person. I'll never disrespect this person. Like, I'll never say nothing bad about this person. Because this person really helped me out. They hopped on the phone with me, gave me a free consultation, walked me through how to build my channel, gave me like the systems, and I applied that to grow. So I would never, ever, ever say nothing bad about this person. I was just heartbroken and really, really, really hurt, bro. Because again, like I don't know if this person helped me out before he found out I was African.
Okay, now I know who he's talking about. And he's definitely talking about me. Let me just say this. I don't like to really toot my horn because I've helped a lot of content creators. Many a lot of folks you don't know about. But Poetik Flakko was probably the latest one, that I kind of gave a shout out to, which is what he used to kind of blow up. I never asked anything from him. I never want to even really mention this or anything like that. But I want to prove to you that he is talking about me. And here's our Instagram DMs. Now I'm not going to go into all of it. So just so you know that this is about me, okay? He says on May 20th, Big Dog Oshay, thanks for the advice a year ago, bro. I'm for sure gearing up to move to Liberia and just do YouTube from there and stack up. So let's kind of get into this idea that I didn't know he was African. So if you see here, he's talking about...
That's what the Chud people were saying. They said that he got deported. I thought he was African American, but okay.
Moving to Liberia, which means that I already knew that he was Liberian. And maybe he forgot that we talked about this on the phone. But I have interviewed many people from Liberia. Let's talk about Loida Ure, okay? I've talked to her before. On my Kingana channel, I've interviewed Zawadi M, okay, from Liberia. This whole idea of that Oshay doesn't work with you if he knows that you're African, it's asinine, right? And I'm not trying to say that he's lying about this because Poetik Flakko is putting out so much content so fast and it's kind of unscripted. Maybe he forgets. And again, it's been a long time ago.
Yeah, because I forget all the time. That's a very bad. You know how many people are like, D, you reacted to this clip before, but you acting like you never saw it because I don't fucking remember, nigga. I put out so much content. You think I'm keeping all this in my brain? The fact that y'all be remembering shit blows my mind. I'm like, wait, if you watching these reactions a lot, how are you remembering it? But I'm definitely not remembering it, who's had to sit here through every last one of these thousands of videos. Like, nigga, I'm not like storing this in my goddamn memory bank. I don't give a fuck about this shit. So yeah, I forget a lot.
But this is simply not true.
I want to give you a job, be the host of the Pan-African Dating Show. And I'm like, what? I think most of you know the Pan-African Dating Show. I start hosting the Pan-African Dating Show. This person says, I want you to leave your place where you are living, so you come to an apartment. This person pays for my transport, pays for my food, he pays for my accommodation, and he still pays my salary. And this person wants nothing from me. He is literally just like a father figure.
So if you guys know about my other channel called the Pan-African Dating Show, here's a young lady by the name of Esther Nadakunda. This was January 1st, 2026. She made this video about your boy. And she was basically saying I was a father figure to her. Now, the reason why I'm coming with this many receipts to kind of prove myself is because Poetik Flakko is acting like I wouldn't help him if he was African. When we talked about this on the phone, that he was trying to get to Liberia, I wanted him to help get back to Liberia. We talked about the Ure family, who was prominent in Liberia, who are Americo-Liberian. And then also, you know what the biggest issue is with his statement? I live in Uganda. I've brought so many people to Uganda. So many people that I work with are African. I work in the Pan-African space. I have the largest repat podcast on the planet. So I don't know who he's talking about. And like I said, I largely think that he just probably forgot about this, or he was just really biased himself. But then again, he will continue.
Because, again, I don't know if this person helped me out before he found out I was African, or I don't know if he would help me if he knew I was African, but I watched a video where this person is essentially going along with all the harmful rhetoric that this other guy has about people who's from where I'm from. And I'm like, damn, bro, they can't help that they were born here. They don't, they don't choose who their parents are. They were born here, and they're trying to make a better life for themselves. And the fact that you're supporting this dude who's saying that those people don't have a right to have a business, to operate their business.
Let's just say black people boycott a business that we feel like is being disrespectful or not appreciating the black dollar. At no point are black people saying that they shouldn't be able to make a living, that they can't make a living. It's just we're not giving our money to a place that we feel disrespected.
Yeah,
and again, I guess he's talking specifically about the whole black braiding shop incident.
To be boycotted and shut down because somebody from...
Well, I'm not going to say he twisting words because I don't know exactly what Oshay Duke said, but he didn't show a clip of what he said. But if it's what Drew is referring to, then yeah, it seems like Poetik Flakko is overreacting and he's twisting his words. If what Drew is saying is correct, I don't know.
Same country as them did something wrong, it's bad and it's foul and it's not cool.
He could have said foul and wrong and not cool without calling it bigotry, because it's not bigotry.
And then, and the person that I have respect for said that person is above critique. And I'm like, damn, right is right and wrong is wrong, right? Like, if that person did something wrong, say what they did is wrong.
He's speaking very vague, but he initially said, so reading the sheet, said something about boycotting. And he's basically saying Oshay Duke Jackson was agreeing with black people boycotting the African braid shop business.
So basically, he's saying, I just want somebody to be boycotted and don't have a right to have a business or operate their business, and they need to be boycotted because they did something wrong. Now, I mean, I don't know. He probably mad at me right now. I did make some videos about the African boycotts, and it was black women complaining about stuff like this.
I ain't got time to be driving 5 hours to go to the city I was born in to get my hair done. I don't think nobody up here gonna do it. And the Africans, they're not pulling my hair out.
All right, let me start out by saying, if the background looks familiar, then please do not tag or mention them, because I'm not trying to bash nobody's business. But I had a terrible experience there. And when I say I got my up and I went over to Cunty Hair Braider on Instagram, baby.
And to even make things worse, here's an African lady complaining about African braid shops.
It's been almost a week, so I'm finally ready to tell you guys about the worst braiding experience I've ever had in LA by an African braider. And the fact that she's African is very important because so am I. So let me get into that. So this is
such a weird beef. I don't know how Flakko pulled in something that happened a year or 2 years ago to what was going on with David Oyelowo shitting on the black community. I don't know how these things tie in. It seems like he had an axe to grind with Oshay because he felt the way about him supporting Tariq Nasheed or black Americans in general in this situation.
Isata, hair salon, braiding, whatever. And honestly, I should have known better from those 2.1 stars.
Now, the reason why I showed those in succession is because this was the reason for why a lot of black Americans were talking about boycotting Africans, because of the lack of service and the entitlement of behavior. Now, what Poetik Flakko is addressing is they have the right to be a business. You're just trying to paint them with a broad brush because they're African, instead of addressing the argument. And the argument is that a lot of African businesses, whether they're in Africa or in America, have a problem with customer service, not even with just blacks, but with their own group. So the whole idea is that
I I cannot speak for all African businesses, obviously. I can only speak about my own experience. And this has been my experience. I actually talked about this on my vlog channel on Shanell TV. It was on my video after I went to Ghana for the second time. Okay, and I basically complained about the customer service, and that was like pretty much everywhere I was going. And it's not just exclusive to Ghana. It was in other countries I went to as well. I was just like, service isn't the best. I will say in South Africa, I had better service, but obviously I'm one person. I'm only going to specific places, so I'm not speaking for everybody and every business. I can only talk about my experience, and that was something that I kept seeing. And to be fair, it's not just, countries I went to in Africa. This is also the case with several countries in Europe as well. Like, I feel like in many different countries around the world, the customer service just isn't the best, okay? It's not great, which is why I was like, I appreciate our customer service here in the States. But yeah.
If you're not going to provide quality service, you don't need to be in business. And see, for people that are like Poetik Flakko, they're Liberian or they're from another place and they come into American, while you're an American citizen, you got to remember, you are still a minority amongst the blacks. So now when people deal with you, you got to have some level of value. And that's what I'm talking about. Because when I live in Uganda or when I go across Kenya or wherever it is in the community that I be across, I got to give value to people. I got to operate in the right way. I got to pay my way. I got to respect people.
Yeah, I had the same experiences when I was in Kenya, when I was in Tanzania. The customer service just wasn't there.
Otherwise, I'm in a lot of trouble. And when I talk about the fact that when Black Americans deal with Africans, it's more one-sided than anything. And again, he already admitted that I helped him, didn't ask for anything. But if we really want to talk about it, if you want to ask Poetik Flakko for some help right now, he gonna charge you. It ain't like he doing it for free or anything. The real problem is he took a bigoted perspective because he is African and because he doesn't like some of the things that I'm saying. So what he actually did was paint me with a broad brush instead of listening to what I was saying. I never said that Africans should be boycotted, and I never said that because somebody's African they need to be canceled. I just showed plenty of evidence that I've done a lot to help the Pan-African space or help Africans in general, including him. And he told me he's from Liberia. I knew he was from Liberia before we ever got on the call because I used to watch No Jumper, and it was clear that Poetik Flakko was not a Black American, and I knew that because you lived in North Dakota.
But I knew that because you live in North Dakota. Are there Black people in North Dakota?
The one problem about a person like Poetik Flakko is that you fail to see things largely from somebody else's perspective. And that's what a bigot does. A bigot believes what they believe, and then what they do is deny somebody else's experience. So you never asked, why do those Black Americans want business to be boycotted? Your response was, well, see, it's not fair that a couple businesses made mistakes, then it affects the larger group. Let me tell you something here in Uganda. If I make a mistake as a Black American, the larger group pays the penalty. And instead of focusing on the few and why are you not giving good services in your business, it seems like what he wants to be able to do is, hey, y'all can do whatever y'all want in business, and then you should accept it because we all Black and we got all the same oppressor. And now when people want to start delineating like Black Americans or South Africans, now all of a sudden you're a bigot or, you're using racist terms, or let's just throw everybody in the same bucket. And I don't think that Poetik Flakko is a bad person. I think he's a great guy. I mean, I think he's trying to be fair in his commentary in certain things, but he is African. He is Liberian.
But he is African.
And he's going to take offense to certain things I say.
I think he's saying that, that doesn't matter. Context matters in this case. The way that does sound crazy.
And some of those things he may paint it with a broad brush without the evidence. Maybe he thought I said it. Maybe he didn't. What he's accusing me of, I never directly said. All I ask for is parity. Black Americans and Africans will not deal with each other when it's one-sided. Again, he could come to me as a Black American and I could give him the stuff for free. You want to know how many Africans do that for me? None. What Africans step in and just really, for the most part, help me in this space or help me in general in Uganda or anywhere? Zero.
I think most people don't help other people naturally. If you're in a position where you can help other people and you do, that's good for you. You're a good person for doing that. But most people are going to be looking for money for doing something, or they want something back for it, or they're not going to help you at all because they don't want you to get ahead of them. A lot of people have experienced that where you think somebody's cool, you think you can benefit from somebody.
I mean, sure, there are a lot of people who do that, but I don't know. In my experience, there are some genuine people who want to help you just out of the kindness of their heart. Or maybe it's not kindness. I don't know. I am a woman, so maybe, you know, some people help because maybe they have an ulterior motive. I don't know. So I can't say it's the kindness of their heart per se, but, you know, sometimes people help you and they don't necessarily want anything in return. Because, I mean, yeah, I have had men help me in certain situations, whether that be, something happens in my car and a random person stops and wants to help, you know, without like, oh, now you got to pay me. So that's not always the case. I find that overall people are really kind. Again, that's just been my experience. I don't know.
From them, and then they shut that shit all the way down because they made...
Men might have a different experience. I don't know. That's why I said maybe it's because I'm a woman. Because if your car broke down or, you know, flat tire or something, you might not have people want to come and help you because it's like, oh, he a man, he can figure it out, you know. So it definitely just depends.
Feel threatened by you and don't want you to get ahead. Flakko calling him out was just kind of out of pocket. He didn't need to do that. Or then fake that Oshay is a bigot. Not saying you can't be a bigot living somewhere. But this man is living in Uganda, doing Uganda business, putting a bunch of people on. This is the point of this ass people. Poetik Flakko was talking about something completely different, called out Oshay because he felt a way about something he said a while ago, tried to talk that into the Black American versus African thing that was going on with David Yellowwood. It just seems like two different people with two different sets of belief, experiences, and perspectives disagreeing on something.
I'm team Jew in this situation, all right? I ain't team neither of these niggas. Let's be clear. I agree with Jew 1,000%. I feel like Poetik seemed to take what Oshay said out of context, but I did not watch his full video, so I cannot say that for sure. But based on the clips that were shown here, that's what it seems like. He might be a little sensitive to, oh, you're treating us like this just because we African. When he like, nigga, I live in Uganda. Look at all these Africans I've worked with. So it's like, that doesn't really hold up. That argument doesn't hold up. But, you know, I guess, you know, they want to have this FBA versus African beef. Jesus Christ, we never gonna get past. There's always something in the community. My goodness. But good luck to them. Hopefully they make up and kiss and, you know, figure things out. Y'all let me know what y'all think, though, and I'll see you on the next one.